I've been quite inspired by a lot of bands with animal-related names. Tame Impala, Gorillas, Bonobo, Caribou. Quite a lot of artists that I like, yeah, have that kind of link. And so that was kind of a starting point for me, was to look. I was at a mate's house for dinner and they were helping me just at the inception of Common Goldfish. And I was like, I need a name. And we ended up trawling through the A to Z of animal names. And Common Goldfish came up and we all burst out laughing because it just seemed quite silly at the time. But then we kind of thought, well, later on I was reflecting on it and actually thought that it was a bit layered, and I liked the name. I like the fact that it's a name for everyone. I'm Jonty, I'm 32 and I'm an artist. I am a producer. I've got a music project called Common Goldfish that I started 3 years ago, which is, I'd say, my main focus in music, but I also produce with other artists. So I play instruments, produce, and I have an artist project. I like the explorative nature of Common Goldfish and being in control of the music process. I'd say it's me and my expression of music and what flows through me in this studio. So it's just whatever I'm feeling at the time is what I'm allowed to make, and there's no constraints or restrictions in terms of my creative process. And so it's exciting to be kind of fully in control of that. My musical journey happened quite late for me. I was probably about 23, 24 when I really started producing, and that was kind of where it opened up. And so my music has often been in a setting like this, with me on my own, making music on a computer, and you know, it's only since I started getting organic instruments into that music creation process, and then since meeting other musicians that it's kind of expanded into like a live thing. So the live thing's very new to me. I was very fortunate to meet three lads, Ethan, Harry and Kai. They've enabled me to transform the live show and play now as a four-piece band, and that's really kind of transformed the whole project. And so a lot of my kind of interactions and communing through meeting networks has kind of happened through them. There's a few exciting things happening this year. I've got another 6-7 track EP or album, depending how you want to frame it, coming out this year, which I've in the final throes of finishing, so should be done in the next couple of weeks. So obviously the release of that will take up a lot of kind of time and energy. We've also got quite a few shows and festivals lined up. Doing a headline show in May at the Old Blue Last. We've got a few festivals lined up, some of which we haven't announced yet, but playing the Great Escape, which has been announced. So there's quite a lot to kind of keep us focused and keep us moving along. If I'm thinking about things kind of transparently, the last couple of years I've spent on kind of recording and getting the live show to a point where I feel like it's ready to kind of I guess take on bigger audiences, and I feel like we've got to that stage now. It's just a question of trying to get in front of those audience and really build that kind of core fan base, and that's quite challenging for like up and coming artists, is to go to that next step where you've got that core kind of group kind of following, and I feel like we're sort of pushing on the door, but I'd like to get to that next stage.